All right, this is Michael from Ops.ai, and this is December 1, so I'm going to report on what happened with my content on LinkedIn in November. As many of you followed, I ran an experiment where I would post 5 to 12 times a day. I think I actually made it to 5 to 9 times a day during a week, and then I tracked the results of that. You can see that even this is the week after that experiment, and I continued to post. I never posted less than 5 times a day, I would say, and that was during Thanksgiving holiday. So during that week, 42,076 was the impressions, and just if we see for the entire month of November, basically that ramped my content up from, well, what appears to be 0 on the 1st of November to a total of 191,000 impressions. So I think what this emphasizes to me is, the opportunity is still there on LinkedIn to get a lot of attention on content. I've been creating content for the coming month of December around playbooks, and particularly playbooks about creating LinkedIn content and then using that content as an audience for both outreach and to expand my first degree network, and then convert those into a community of people that also want to create content on LinkedIn. My thesis is that if I can get that community up to 1,000 or more people, and I'm doing that very specifically. I've been moving people that are interested in working with other creators to a WhatsApp or several WhatsApp groups. I've tried newsletters. I haven't seen great connection. I think the problem with things like newsletters is it's very much, one, saturated, two, it's one-way communication. So I think the benefit of moving people into a group community on WhatsApp, in this case, is what I've experimented with. Other people I've seen have used School or other community platforms, and I probably will experiment with that in December, but not for everybody. I think that'll be a very specific group. My thesis is that two-way communication, quid pro quo every single day, where people are getting feedback on content that they're producing and engagement, is going to produce real community. And those people are more than likely to be very good partners. I've already seen partnerships come out of that, including with Go Extrovert, which you will see that they will be a partner of ours going forward. We're already doing stuff with AimFox and with, oh my goodness, what's the other one I'm blanking on ICPs, which we've integrated to for our ops product. So I think partnerships will come out of that. I think also potentially customers, depending on the profile of people that are coming out of that. And we have some new products that we will want feedback and beta testers on, and then maybe paid customers out of it. And either, again, they can be affiliates, or maybe there are people that have complementary services and there's quid pro quo. That's my thesis. I think there has to be some size to that group. So my goal is to cross 200,000 impressions for December. I know there's some holiday stuff in there, but I think one is produce, not just quality, but also volume is going to be important. So 5 to 10 posts a day is my guess. I'll probably over-index on certain days, and then using a 9-1-1 philosophy where I'm going to produce 9 pieces of content that are more around trending or have reach, and then one post that is kind of for every 9 of those types of pieces, I will probably have one that is related to playbooks or best practices or building in public, and then one that is more like founder-driven story and narrative that would be important to my audience. My goal is to cross 200,000, and maybe my secret goal is to, how do I get to 1 million? And maybe that's too much of a leap, but how much content would I have to post, and how do I make it relevant so that I would get to 1 million impressions in a month? And I'm seeing other people do that, including Edward Sturm, who posted his 90-day results, and he had individual posts that did that. So it probably takes research, setup, my unique voice of humor and satire, and then along with that, like playbooks that help address how do you use content to stand out in this world where we're seeing AI accelerate development. And people keep talking about taking away jobs that are just gone, the laptop class being gone. So those are all themes that play into, I think, vibe coding, using AI to automate, and using content to amplify your story. So that's kind of the results for last month. And then you kind of know what my goals are for the coming month. And I will continue to post in public about not only content creation and playbooks that I'm seeing around that work, but also how I'm using AI myself for vibe coding projects that I want to launch and build community around, and how I'm going to turn my community of, into those 3 groups. I'm going to slot them between advisors or investors in different projects, community of customers, and then community of partners, really, that will either be affiliates or will be cross promotion from a content or other ways to amplify each other's stories.